Hello, hello, people of the internet. I This is the last video I'm recording for today. I just wanted to get it out of the way as part of my reflections project. Basically, I kind of covered this in my pre-check-in today and my post-check-in yesterday. The way I responded to the whole Threads conversation that went down a path of kind of being, excuse me, well, that was nasty. I just about threw up coffee. Baby barf. Ugh. Anyway, sorry, someone just walked by and looked at my window. Uh, Neighbors. I should probably close my blinds, but I'm also the type that stand there, well, not naked because I have neighbors with kids, but if it was an adults only area, beep beep. Just kidding. Well, maybe I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I might do that. I've done it before. I've streaked many years ago. I was in my 20s and I did it twice. I ran down a back lane and my friends locked the door on me and fucking assholes. And then the other time I ran through a park with a sock on it, so didn't get arrested, thank God. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with this. Yeah, so my reflections. My ego, man, and just getting angry with men for trying to point out my own insecurities with women, and then getting angry. That bothered me. Like I don't want to be that person, man. If I want to be able to take criticism, constructive or not, I mean that's the hallmark of a good person, not just men, but women too. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a man thing. Um, and I'm not good at it. I'm work in progress, and I acknowledge that. And part of it too, like the reason I felt like they were being white flaggy or flag, yeah, like virtue signaling, is that they were pointing out little things that I had kind of misspoken on. That why are you sticking up for women? But they ignored the rest of the context. Like I'm pretty sure I communicated that, talk is cheap, and I don't mean don't stick up for women, man, but stick up for anybody, not just men, not men too. There's been times in my life, man, where I was getting, abused or beaten up or traumatized, and no one stuck up for me, man or woman. So I look at it like that's the white labely part, right? Like if you're just dialing in with women or children, you're not that good of a man, and it sounds more like an attention grab than a genuine help. And it works because, like I said earlier, women were responding with oh, echo this message, and I'm like, man, it sounds phony, and it's talk is cheap. Like again, where are you when these women are getting attacked or assaulted? Like, no one wants to interject because it's dangerous. You could very well yourself get murdered. And I tried it once when I was in my early 20s, and I ran up to a guy with a hammer because he was beating his wife in the streets. And when I realized I'd have to hit him because I couldn't take him naturally, and I chickened out. I ended up running, and he chased after me. So, in that sense, I guess I did her a favor, but it was a moment in my life when I realized, like, fucking being a tough guy is dangerous. It can very well backfire on you. I mean, he might have wrestled the hammer away from me and beaten me to death. And I mean, that's not what happened, thank God. I kind of retreated to a building. We called the cops, and the cops they ended up showing up later. But a fella that was a bigger fella that came on in as a regular told me to jump in his car, and we went looking for the guy, and he ended up beating the fucking piss out of that guy. But it was a lesson learned, like being tough comes with consequences. So you better be damn sure what you're doing. And my hesitation stemmed from the fact that, like, I didn't want to go to jail for a woman I didn't even know. I don't know what she did. Maybe she hit him over the head with a bottle or something at the bar down the street. And anyway, there's trauma there that rose to the top and percolated. And that's, I guess, part of the reason I get triggered about men that go off about that. And talk's cheap, and cognitive dissonance, I guess, too, right? It's like all the talk online doesn't map to reality, man, because women get attacked more often than not than having someone interject and save them. There was a story in Winnipeg here about 10, 15 years ago with Timothy McLean, and that schizophrenic fella that stabbed him and took his head off, and no one fucking interjected. And it's incredibly rare that you hear about that hero that actually does that. So like the numbers don't add up, man. Not that many men can be that brave because it's not what's reflected in reality, and that is what pisses me off. And the other thing too is like, man, if you're that confident of a man, and I did misspeak, why wouldn't you take the time and effort to speak to me in a calm manner and explain to me where I was wrong, instead of jumping on me and pointing out the areas that I was wrong? Because to me, that struck me as like, oh, we're going to show all the women how piece of shit you are. And like, that's not the right approach. I would hope that I wouldn't do that. And I don't think I do that. And anyway, I'm unpacking this because I'm trying to understand my motivations and my responses, and to teach myself every day, man, that to be less reactive and maybe even not even responsive. Like if I meditated about this over a 2-3 day period, oh, excuse me, I wouldn't even have cared. It wouldn't have fazed me. And I couldn't, I had to react that moment. And lesson learned. Don't do that, Alex. Anyway, this 6 minutes, I don't know how long these reflections should go on for. I mean, I'm kind of thinking I'd keep them at about 10 minutes because to truly let myself unpack my thoughts and feelings. And I think I've done that. I mean, the two keys were the numbers don't match the words online, that people get attacked quite often and all over the world, and it's documented, so there's proof. And very rarely do people step up. And I can't even blame them for not wanting to step up for the reason I just said. I did it once as a young man. And in that moment, I realized, like, I don't want to hit this guy over the head with a hammer, and I can't beat him up because he was bigger than me. And I was scared. And anyway. And then the numbers not adding up. And the other thing, the second part again, to kind of repeat, is if you're that confident and secure of a man, then why would you attack another man for misstepping or misspeaking? Why wouldn't you, to offer guidance and forward, emotional balance is what I would hope someone would do. And, there are men in my life that would do that for me. And, my friend Keith is a good example of that. And my dad is too, that when I've gone sideways, they've kind of corrected course for me and showed me the way. And that's my expectation of men. If you don't do that, then you're not a very good man example. You might be a good man, but you're a bad example for other men. And I don't know, maybe that hurt my feelings that they did that or something instead of... And I don't even think I said anything that bad. Like, literally, all I fucking said was that, why are you helping women? That in a verbal boxing match, you're just as capable, if not more capable, than men. So shut up. Stop coming. You don't need to save women in words of argument. You need to save women when they're getting their head plunged in with a baseball bat. And I don't know. There was multiple things that bugged me about that, and I miscommunicated, and I have to stop. The reaction, man, I have to stop fucking reacting. I have to step away from something for a day or two and sleep on it and meditate and go to the gym and the cold plunge and mindfulness and calming my nervous system from that initial shock of... And then when I speak, it's more of a place of groundedness and centered and calm and not chaos. I hate chaos. Funny I say that, because for decades I said I loved chaos, and I did, I guess, until I didn't. And chaos led me nothing but heartbreak and hurt. Anyway. I think I've said enough. This is 9 minutes, so I'll shut this down. And, as always, if you're watching, I see you. Appreciate you. And thank you for the support. And we'll have a great day, and hopefully we chat soon. Bye.